My name is Jordan, Jord for short, and I'm the founder and perfumer of CELIE and Couch, and I'm here today to talk to you about what it takes before you reach out to someone for your wholesale, private label, white label, drop shipping, or ambient scenting perfume project. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing is a budget. And I don't mean that to sound rude or passive aggressive. I'm just uncomfortable saying that. And the reason budget's important is because a lot of people don't do the numbers before they reach out, and then they read the buyer's pack and say, "Oh, wait a minute, this costs money." But it's really important that you have a basic understanding of your margins, just so that your business will survive, just so that you know you're not being ripped off, just so that you know what's going in and out of the business you plan to start. That is essential. And it also means that you're thinking longer term. So you can't just think about the cost of the actual production. You need to think about how much this costs monthly, quarterly. Is it worth the expense, particularly if you're not selling directly? So for example, with ambient scenting, you're creating a vibe. Does that vibe impact client retention, client response, how much clients order, client behavior? So is there a value beyond like selling directly with ambient scenting, but with the others, thinking more directly, can you profit from this? So that's why it's really important to have a base understanding of the numbers you have in mind, and then check those against the buyer's packs that you request from the various suppliers, various manufacturers that you are querying. And just in terms of a general budget, I'd recommend 6 to 12 months, just so that you have a real runway in order to start your business. And on that level as well, because this is important, I don't take what you're requesting me to do lightly. It's important that you be direct, and if you're going to haggle, please have some leverage. If you're making a major order, then yes, I will be more willing to haggle. If it's for a charity, I will be more willing to haggle, although I won't do it for free, but I'm more willing to haggle. But you can't be out here demanding, because it's a request. Remember, a discount's a request. You can request a discount, but you can't demand a discount, especially if I don't know you, or we haven't worked together before. So you'll need to have intent. I'm going to try and word this one carefully, because it's not like kiss the ring. Like, I don't want you to kiss my ass, but just respect. Like, you can't be out here talking to people like, I need you to do this, this, and this now, and I need you to do it for no budget, and I need it yesterday. Like, no, 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 no. You can get it fast, good or cheap. Like, so does the budget justify how you're talking to someone? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, if someone's being a bit fresh, if the money's there, I'll keep quiet, within reason. But and so will a lot of companies, whatever they tell you. But if it's like a very small project, and you have to be humble, and even if it's a larger project, like, you have to be humble. At the end of the day, it's about making it a comfortable working situation on both sides. And if you talk to someone a certain way, they're not going to go the extra mile for you. They're going to pick up the phone later and later. They will not rush when things go wrong. They'll fix it, but they won't rush. So it's important that you speak to whichever supplier you work with respectfully. It's important that they speak to you respectfully as well, and that they're being upfront with you, and that they can be trusted, that they're not trying to just take your money and just do the least work. Like, it has to be a mutual exchange of respect. And that includes reading the buyer's pack. The amount of times I've set up meetings with people and I ask them, have you read the buyer's pack? Have you read the buyer's pack? And they say yes, or they say they're going to. Even when I follow up in advance or on the day, they say it, they have. And then I go through the numbers with them, and it's very clear to me they haven't, and that they also haven't done what we've discussed at the beginning of the video, which is, they've not gone through their budget, they've not defined a budget, they don't have a budget. And I don't say that to be rude. It's just very important that you know your numbers, that you know what and who you're doing this for, and that you have a professional approach to it. So you're essentially starting a business, or at least making a financial outlay on a project that is going to require a major commitment of time. Vision. I don't know why I did that. Long day. Essentially, have you got a basic business plan? It doesn't need to be like 40 pages. I remember writing a 40-page business plan and then I rewrote it 3 times. Never look at the thing. But essentially, have you got a basic business plan, marketing plan? Have you got a basic design plan if you're going bespoke, so private label, or ambient scenting? Do you have a basic idea of what scent you want and what your customers will want? So not just what you want, does it make sense for your target audience? Have you got a basic branding concept, so a name for the scent if you're selling it? So, example, private label, white label. Do you have like brand colors, a logo, that sort of thing, a website? If you're like, have you set any of this up, and have you costed that as well, like what it will cost to do that if you're not willing to do it yourself? Have you done basic market research into your customer base? You can't just say it's for Gen Z. You can't just say it's for women. Like, that is a huge population globally. And then have you thought about the actual perfume laws? Like, you can't necessarily ship internationally right away. It's best to build a base in your region and then either work with suppliers to sort of get your products in stores that way, or you work with a specialist shipping courier, just because perfume is considered a dangerous good. Even if because it's alcohol based. Even if it's not alcohol based, some will still try to get you on the oil, so you can't assume. So is there a base in your actual country for your target audience? Do you have a unique point of view or problem you're trying to solve for that audience? Or is there an underserved market that you're trying to reach? Those are the important questions when it comes to vision. So again, budget, vision, intent, and essentially just planning. So just to underscore all of that, you need to plan this out before you reach out. You need to know what and why you're doing this, and you need to be respectful, but on the flip side, they need to be respectful to you. So it works both ways. And that's the video. Thank you.